People of all ages, welcome back to Friday Night Phoenix. Last time...
Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Joe's like, I'm gonna kill you.
That's like... I'm surprised you even are using memes from like 15 years ago.
I know! I'm so fucking old!
Well, last time, Desiree, the victim's wife, came in with a surprise, and not in the way that Circus is hoping for, but we're trying to pin this. We're trying to pin this larceny crime on the Detective Atme, but we're having a tough time. So now we're gonna do so. So we ended with Desiree last time, and now we begin with her.
Who are you? That doesn't really matter right now, does it?
Miss Delight, what are you doing here?
That's Miss Afternoon Delight to you, buddy. Nicky boy.
I thought you were a lesbian, dating or married to a straight guy.
I'm Pans. Get over it, Nicky boy.
Your pants?
Pans.
Oh, what?
The thing you've been looking for. I think I found it. You mean that bag? No, not the bag. What's in the bag? Well, that's...
Whoa, what happened there?
No.
Oh, is your mic okay, Mooney?
Because I can't hear.
Yeah, I can't hear you, Mooney.
It's the urn. It's the urn.
Oh, you're breaking up, Mooney.
Damn it! It's the connection.
What happened?
I know,
Where,
my kids...
do you got the mic I gave you?
Yes, it's in.
Oh, there you
Discord
go.
is acting funny. Discord
Now I
is
hear you.
acting funny. I've had like 2 drops
It's
since we've
the
been
urn.
live.
The secret urn. Nick, it's the urn.
Wubba. Order! You, madame! That urn, where did you find it? You will never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants Ace Detective Luke Atme.
Oh, Desi, you're the best!
Shut up! Who said you could talk?
Wait.
Don't yell at me!
We'll take
Well-
this up in the bedroom later, sir.
Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. Atme? Yeah. Even you are gonna have a hard time weaseling out of this one. Huh. Pathetic.
Mr. Godot, do you have something you wish to say? And by the way, what the fuck is that on your face?
Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad.
You're still denying that Mr. Atme was involved.
Before casting aspersions at Detective Atme, consider the young woman here. Your name is Desiree. Desiree Delight. Is that correct?
Yes. What about it?
Ha! How charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring.
Well, we're like not technically married. He says we are, but we're not. What are you insinuating? I fucked that one up.
As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere, including the office of the good detective here. So you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it.
What? I just brought it here from the detective's office.
Please, madame. This town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more can only compound the tragedy we have been witness to.
You're wrong. I would never do such a thing.
Mr. Light?
Please, Nick boy. You've got to help me talk to some sense into these people.
There must be some way. I've got to prove that urn was actually in the Atme Detective Agency. I could prove where the urn was by the fingerprints on it.
Fingerprints, eh?
Oh, come now. Now you're really making me laugh, Sir Lawyer. Fingerprints indeed.
Shut up, Penguin.
May I go on? Good.
No.
Now, it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place. In any case, I am always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything.
What about it, Mr. Wright? This witness fingerprints would mean nothing anyway.
Nick, what are you going to do now?
I've come too far to turn back now. Atme must have brought the urn back to his office yesterday. And there, I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints on it.
Guard doesn't necessarily mean he's rubbing his fingers up on this vase. Like, sir, don't violate the vase. Like that one episode ad.
Maybe it was Doug, the security guard.
So what is all this fuss about fingerprints anyway? Mr. Atme, do you recall the events of yesterday?
Nick, come on, open it up.
Hey, wait a minute. We can't just open his private property.
Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. Well, it's in there.
Hang on a sec. I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kinda hard and smooth. Well, hello there!
It's a vibrator!
Wait, it's a vibrator? Wait, so is there like actual like fiber pills in there?
No, vibrator.
Is somebody having wrong with their digestive tract, so they're taking fiber pills?
No, someone's horny and wanted to stick something up there, you know what.
I'd rather go with the fiber pills. It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at the time, but I did touch what was inside. What? You touched it? And I remember it very well. It was smooth and hard. That was just... Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that the urn was in Detective Atme's office.
You're pretty clever.
Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it?
Of course it does.
What did you say?
It's not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibition, said.
Polished until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could look more valuable.
If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was yesterday at the Atme Detective Agency.
Huh. This blend, Goto blend number 107. I've decided it's a little too bitter after all.
And it looks like mud.
It's
Order,
supposed
order.
to be black coffee, bro.
Order. I accept the defense request. Bailiff, take this urn and...
Wait! Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that.
No need, you say?
Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn.
What are you saying?
Yes, I finally broken him down. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown.
Me scared, guys. Let's run.
Guy is nuttier than a fruitcake.
You see, it was me all along. I am the only one, Master Mask. I hope you all enjoyed my little performance.
What?
My brain just broke.
Mine too.
Well, Mr. Goda, what's Mr. Atme's condition?
He's still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. I wish I can enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be.
The killing joke? Well, it looks like the matter has been settled. I came purposely close to reaching the record of an innocent young man. Merching him with the title of thief. Thank you, sir.
Nick, you were right after all.
Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief.
Now I want a cinnamon bun. Fuck! The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight.
Hold it!
Oh my fucking god.
You're wrong! Wrong, I tell you! I mean, not exactly wrong so much, but actually not right is what I was really trying to say.
Ron, if you don't shut your fucking mouth, I'm gonna slap the living shit out of you.
And not for fun.
Oh no, he's not. This can't be happening. The thief. The sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures. It's me! I'm him! I'm the one you want. I'm the thief, I tell you! So do it! Pronounce me guilty, please!
Even everybody's like, what the fuck? I don't know what kind of kangaroo court you all think this is, but...
The true identity of the thief has already been proven. Please hurry and pass judge. What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm the thief, I tell you.
Oh god, here we go.
Again.
That music! Mr. Goldog, don't just stand there drinking coffee!
Ha. Hey there, Mr. Thief.
Yes, sir?
If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess.
Oh!
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean.
If you are Master Mask, then prove it. That's what it means.
Yes, sir. I'll be happy to.
He says he'll be happy to, Nick.
It's kinda cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy.
Good boy. Good boy. Just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man.
I know that! I won't fail. I swear.
Okay then. Talk. We're all listening.
Oh well. Let's all have a listen to this confession. Bail Up Bring Me by Jack Daniels. This is gonna be a long day.
It would also please the court to know that I have my own distillery.
Shut up.
The truth is, I've been Master Mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually Master Mask, can you? I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen, after all. I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime. Look, you could see right there in the photo. That's me. As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and it got torn off. That's all.
I don't like the direction this trial has taken.
But this is how every trial goes. At least with me, anyway.
Ha. You're doing great.
Stop it, Mr. Goto. You're embarrassing me.
Like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify, alright? But if you make it through this with flying colors, I'll keep my promise, too. I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true Master Mask.
Thank you so much, Mr. Goto. I'll do my best.
All right, Mr. Wright, I'm afraid it's time for cross-examination.
Alright, here we go.
Ah, shit.
I want to slap the living shit out of Ron.
You may
Don't we
think
all?
you're the... You may think you're the real Master Mask, but your wife thinks you're delusional. I haven't told Desi yet. About my true identity, I mean. Believe me, I've got my reasons. With the way your room is decked out, how could she not know about it?
Even thieves have complicated family situations, I suppose.
What should I do? It sounds like we're about to get sidetracked. Again. There's no point in digging through any more of their dirty laundry. Well, I mean, because we're already in a laundromat, so there's no need. Well, why don't you continue with your testimony for now? I thought you were going to be the one to show us the proof. You know, that you're the real Master Mask and not just some kind of obsessed fanboy. Yay now, that's not fair. Why do I have to do all the hard work anyway? Maybe because...
Making us do all the hard work.
Maybe because you're the one making the outrageous claim, for a change.
Come on, Nick. You know that Mr. Delight couldn't have committed the crime. You're the one with the fancy law degree. It's time to put it to work already.
I need some kind of proof that Ron couldn't possibly be Master Mask.
Well, I guess if you had that kind of proof, we wouldn't be here, still be here, would we?
For the time being, maybe I need to shift strategy. I should try to show that Mr. Delight couldn't have stolen the urn. Anyway, You've got no alibi?
I'll be the judge for a long time. I've been a judge for a long time. And this is the first time I've ever heard a defendant brag about having no alibi.
But I tell you, I was in Lordly Taylor that night! No. That's too vague, even for me. To be more precise, I was down in the basement warehouse. Hold on.
What is it, Nick?
Where was Ron Delight when the crime happened, anyway? If we could prove he had an alibi after all, this case will be a piece of cake.
Well, you're right, but...
Huh. You think you can prove that? Wake up and smell the coffee.
I
Well,
don't want to smell your coffee. It smells like shit.
I think maybe I can.
Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence that show the defendant has an alibi?
I have the evidence. Or do you think I'm some sort of third-rate rookie?
Oh? I have never seen you this angry before.
I'm not surprised. Anger is the last refuge of the pathetic.
I thought I was more confident than angry.
Well then, let's see this evidence already. Show the court the evidence that proved where your client was on the night of the crime.
Mr. Delight, this wallet belongs to you, correct? Yes, it does. I had lost it somewhere.
Mr. Wright, do you have a wallet to show you should report it to the police right away?
No, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence.
Evidence?
Mr. Delight, when did you first notice that you'd lost your wallet? Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime. But I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner. This wallet was found at approximately 1 a.m. at KB Security Headquarters.
What? Surely you're not serious.
Yes, I am serious. This proves that Mr. Delight was in fact at KB Security that night. No! So if the defendant was at KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning, then that proves that he has a watertight alibi. No! Furthermore, considering the distance between Lordly Taylor and KB Security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by car. According to Larry, anyway.
Good old Larry.
Well, Mr. Godot, do you have anything to say? And stop drinking that coffee!
Come on, Mr. Thief. Don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong.
You're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Godo? Alright, I'll try. I'll do it. I will.
You really got Mr. Delight all worked up.
Yeah, he's like a kid at his first day of school. Look, it's just ridiculous. Why would I have dropped my wallet at KB Security? Someone must have planted it there to make it look like I was there and not at the heist.
Planted it there? He's really reaching now.
Mr. Delight, you probably dropped your wallet when you took it out to use this, didn't you? The key card to KB Security's CEO's office. No!
Huh. That was a pretty good try, Mr. Trite. Unfortunately, you've overlooked one small thing.
What?
Motive, of course. Why would this thief go to KB Security in the middle of the night anyway?
Well, Mr. Wright, it looks like you need some more evidence after all.
Ugh, this stupid kid.
Now then, let's see your evidence. The evidence shows why Mr. Delight went to KB Security at 1 a.m. that night.
Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct? That's
What is that? A piece of gum?
a blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents.
Blackmail?
Yes, basically it says, bring $50,000.
That certainly sounds like blackmail, alright.
At the time of the theft, Mr. Delight was dealing with the blackmailer himself in KB Security CEO's office, a full half an hour away from the scene of the crime.
No, 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 no!
Oh my god, he's down in this coffee so hard, bro.
It must have whiskey in it. Order! Order!
Probably.
Order!
Well, then again, there was also Bud's beer from the Drew Carey show, though.
Yep. So when the thief left the urn occurred. So when the thief of the urn occurred, the defendant was at KB Security. It looks like a perfect defense for the defense. Case for the defense.
You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... Well, let's just say that my Godo blend number 107 impresses me a lot more.
What are you trying to say?
You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company. But, did you actually investigate this CEO at all?
Huh? Well, no, I guess not.
Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof? I'm not sure what I think of that.
Not sure what I think of that? At least I know what I think of you.
Good point. I'm not sure what I think of it myself. You claim the defendant entered the CEO office, but you will need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright.
Nick, think we're gonna have to track down the CEO guy.
No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Trite?
There is someone else who can testify. This is the person who could testify that the key card was used at 1 a.m. that night.
Larry. Who's that? Who is the useless looking young man? Oh,
You don't remember him, Your Honor?
not exactly. But just looking at his picture makes me the bile start to rise in my throat.
It looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago.
He probably blocked out that memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at KB Security that night.
Oh?
The question at hand is this key card. Yep, that's the key card they use in the building I work. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You need it to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when. As you could see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing this key card's data.
Well, Mr. Godot.
The name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Bullard. I was unable to contact him directly, but I got the keycard data. Here.
So what does it show?
Each keycard has its own serial number, and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, this card was used at 1 a.m. on the morning of the crime.
But that means it can't be Mr. Delight dressed as mask in the photo.
Huh. It looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good cup of joe.
So then...
Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security's CEO at the time of the crime. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be mask to mask.
Mom, you did it, Nick!
That's enough. I came precisely close to breaching the record of an innocent young man. Reaching him with the title of thief.
What's wrong, Your Honor?
I'm ready to pass judgment, but before I do that, do you have any further objections?
No, Your Honor. Oh.
Very well. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, not guilty.
Yes!
Now where's the fuck my aspirin? Court is now adjourned.
Oh, Mooney. Are you alright?
Like I said, it's my connection. You did it. Nick, you did it. You were right after all. Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself.
Nicky boy!
Oh, Miss Delight.
I knew you could do it. I believed in you all along, Nicky boy. I don't know how I can ever repay you.
Aw, shucks. Thanks, Miss Delight. I just know I'm blushing.
Simp.
Congratulations, Mr. Nick.
Oh, pearls! I've got a bad feeling about this.
Who's this woman?
Oh, she's nobody. She's just,
You're blushing. How dare you do this in front of Mystic Maya? You should be ashamed of yourself.
Youch! She slapped me.
Actually, Pearly. This woman is Ms. Desiree Delight. She's our client's wife.
Mr. Nick,
Yes?
you're even worse than I thought. Going behind the back of your own client.
No, you've got it all wrong.
I'll
Oh!
never forgive you.
Ow, a double slap.
Well, anyway, all's well that ends well, right? We got the sacred urn back, and the thief has been caught.
You're so right, and it's all thanks to Sneaky Boy here.
But actually, it was you, Miss Delight. You brought us our urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, please. You're embarrassing me.
If we won the case, then why does this guy still look so glum? Oh, but I am the thief. Actually, what's the point now?
What is it, honey? I did my best for you, Ronnie.
I know that, and I appreciate it, Desi. But the thing is...
Come on, give the kid some time. He's just got a little touch of the blues. You know about feeling blue, right, amigo?
Twist, 2-1 Dearly says, poor Phoenix. Pearl is always beating him up.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Godo, what are you doing here?
Oh, come on. I just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Trite.
Maybe you should learn my name first before you call me Buddy.
Well, playtime is over.
Huh?
Early this morning, the body of Kane Bullard was discovered.
Bullard? Where have I heard that name before?
Isn't that the name of the CEO at KB Security?
Wait,
Oh
but
no.
what?
The estimated time of death was 1 a.m. on October 12th.
1 a.m. on October 12th? You don't mean...
That's right, amigo. At the same time that a cheap little urn was being stolen, the CEO of KB Security was being murdered.
So then, what are you doing here?
Oh, come on, you figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about that piece of info I helped you out with today?
Helped me out? What?
On October 12th at 1 o'clock in the morning, Ron Delight was in the CEO's office, the scene of the murder. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbrued with utter rage.
Imbrued with rage?
Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron Delight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard.
An employee of KB Security?
It looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief is going to be the noose that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi.
No way.
He can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred.
No, that's a lie. That can't be true.
But I'm a thief, I tell you.
Ron Delight, you're going back to prison again. This time the charge is much more serious. This time you'll be tried for murder.
What? This isn't possible.
I'm looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Trite. You and I aren't through with each other yet. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward.
Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you two? I'll punch him if you want.
I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. At least let me have some fun while I'm here.
This guy, who the heck is he? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've ever faced.
Well then, time to say goodbye to Mr. Delight.
Nick, how can this be happening?
Right in front of our very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. And the one who established his presence at the scene was me. Did Circus leave?
Maybe her mic's just being messed up again.
No, I'm talking, am I?
No.
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 Arrested for murder on the very same day he's declared innocent of larceny.
Motherfucker,
the heck?
I did the voice for nothing.
What the heck's gonna happen next? I guess screaming into the mic just mutes it automatically.
I don't
Most
know.
likely, yeah.
But I didn't scream right into it. My Ronnie! My Ronnie poo!
Oh god, now you sound like old bag.
Well, I guess I'm just like so depressed.
You know, I'm glad we found the urn and all, but poor Mr. Delight got arrested again.
Well, supposedly, Mr. Delight was in the CEO's office when the murder occurred.
No way, Jose. I don't buy it.
The ones who proved that Mr. Delight was there was Mr. Nick himself. At least, from what I can understand.
Looks like you did too good of a job this time, Nick.
Well, how about we get started looking into the KB security murder?
I think I'm going to head back to Green Village for a little while, if that's alright.
Sure, but why?
I'm going to bring the sacred urn back and have some people take a look at it.
That's a good idea. I think I'll go with...
No, Mystic Maya. You should stay here. I want you two to spend some quality time together, full of love and happiness.
Pearls is so caught up in her fantasy, she forgot there's a murder to solve.
No, now remember, no fighting, okay? Only I can do the punching.
She's gone.
Okay, Nick. Time to get going on the murder investigation.
So, what do we do now?
It's obvious. We should get out there and investigate the murder.
Is the plant still there?
Oh, I think so. Well, first, we need to find out exactly where KB security is located.
Hey, why don't we ask Ms. Delight? She should know. Besides, I want to ask her some stuff about motorcycles.
Motorcycles? You're not thinking of getting one, are you?
Not the same little Maya who used to be happy with her dinky little bike, Nicky boy.
Speaking of asking around, I've got a few questions of my own for Mr. Delight.
Hey, well, to make sure to go to the detention center, too.
You must be relieved we got the sacred urn back, huh?
You bet. But there's something a little different about it.
Hmm?
Well, me, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? I mean, take a look at this. It clearly says I am on the urn in the poster. But the urn we got back says Tommy, like it always used to.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Plus, the urn has pink splotches on it now. Danganronpa blood. I'm sure they weren't there before.
Maya doesn't know, but 1 year ago, when the urn was broken, the repairer accidentally turned Mystic Ami's name into I Am. And that repairer was one mechanically unskilled little Pearls. But still.
Say that, Mr. Nick. I did my best.
I don't remember ever seeing Danganronpa blood on it.
Is it possible that urn is a fake?
I'm sure Pearls will find out about that once she gets back to Karain Village.
Yeah, I suppose.
Now that I think about it, Maya hasn't been back to Karain Village in a long time. So, I guess people still go to Karain Village to do their training, right?
Yep. If you want to become a spirit medium, you'll need to undergo severe training.
So why haven't you been training lately, Maya?
Well, lately I've been thinking of heading to a channeling dojo to do just that.
A channeling dojo, huh? Sounds pretty serious, whatever that is.
If you're going to train, you'll have to be serious. Otherwise, real tragedies can happen.
Is what happened last year still bothering you? That murder in her village. It happened because the power of channeling was misused.
When a medium uses the Karain technique, she temporarily loses her own will.
So when an especially strong spirit is summoned, the spirit medium can get taken over and even forced to commit terrible crimes. What's worse, in those cases, the spirit medium has no memory of what happened. That murder. It wasn't your fault, Maya. You know that, don't you?
I suppose not, but I guess I'm still a bit shaken up, that's all.
It sounds like being the master of Karain is going to be a heavy responsibility.
Oh, Nicky boy. Maya.
Miss Delight.
All I wanted to do was help my dear Ronnie.
Yeah, but I guess it ended up hurting his case.
Say that, Nick? She doesn't need your help beating herself up.
Hey, Nicky boy, please help Ronnie. He's not a killer, I swear. My Ronnie won't hurt a fly.
Alright, I'll poke around and see what I can find out.
Really? Are you serious? Oh, I'm so happy. I knew asking you for your help was the right thing to do. I don't know what I can do to help anymore.
I had no idea Miss Delight had such a formidable side.
Listen carefully, Nicky boy. My Ronnie would never ever kill anyone. It's just not in him.
I don't think she would either, Nick.
Yeah, but you have to admit, he's got a bit of a temper to him. It's not that hard to imagine him just snapping and screaming, "Please die!"
Never say that. Anyway, Miss Delight, he might not be a killer, but he's still going around saying that he's a thief.
I already told you, that's just a fantasy for him.
Miss Delight, I hate to say it, but you're the one living in a fantasy world.
What? How dare you say that to me, Nicky boy? I know everything about my Ronnie. We don't have any secrets between us. Ronnie isn't the thieving type. He's so honest that he wouldn't even sneak a nap. He's so honest that he wouldn't even steal a glance. A thief. Huh. The very idea.
I guess I just don't get it.
Huh? Get what?
I just can't understand how they could be so different and yet be such a happy couple.
Yeah, they sure are different.
Come on now, Nicky boy. It's not that mysterious, is it? It was love at first sight, for me anyways.
What? For you?
I hate these kinds of people more than anything.
You mean ace detective?
No, I'm fine with these detectives.
Oh, so you mean thieves?
No, they're alright too. I just hate thieves that pretend to be ace detectives. There's nothing I hate more than cowardly men.
Oh. By the way, why did you go to Detective Atme's office anyway?
Well, as the trial went on, I started to get more and more anxious. I went there to try to find out more about the real criminal.
The real criminal?
Yes, obviously, the real Master Mass is not my Ronnie, right?
Yeah?
And Detective Atme knew more about the Master Mass than anyone else. They mentioned him on the Great People Around Town segment on TV.
So then you went there to ask him some questions?
That's right, I'll do whatever it takes to save my man. His secretary said the ace detective isn't in right now. But I forced my way past her and into his hideout.
I wouldn't exactly call that office of his a hideout.
That bag was sitting right there on the top of the table.
Oh yeah, we saw that bag there yesterday too.
There's nothing lower than someone who would try to pin a crime on someone else.
Miss Delight, do you know about KB Security?
Don't be silly, of course I do. That's where my Ronnie works.
So she thinks he still works there, huh? And yet, according to what we heard today...
Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron DeLight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard.
Ron quit. He doesn't work there anymore.
It looks like Miss Delight doesn't know.
KB Security is only about 20 minutes away by motorcycle, that is.
Larry told me it takes 30 minutes by car.
Well, I do admit, I tend to fly pretty fast on my bike.
To make it to KB Security that fast, are you sure you aren't literally flying?
Why do I give you a ride or something? Or better yet, how about now?
No, I'll pass, thanks. Why don't you just tell us where it is and we'll go ourselves?
The scaredy cat you are, Nick.
Miss Delight told us the location of KB Security.
Okay, let's head over there right away, Nick. Was it really love at first sight when you first met Mr. Delight?
Well, maybe not first sight, but Brahmi saved my life.
Saved your life?
I was at work one day when two robbers suddenly rushed in. Well, I'm not the kind of just to curl up in a ball in the corner, so I fought back.
Robbers?
Yes, they took me hostage. I was so frightened. They were both carrying these huge knives, and I broke down into tears.
Yeah, I would too if I were in that situation.
Oh, I think I got it. Did Mr. Delight come running to save you?
Yes, exactly. I remember he looked so handsome in that guard uniform of his. He went right up to those two knife-wielding robbers and screamed in their faces. "Please, stop it!" he screamed. I could see the robbers' faces turn pale.
That high-pitched shriek of his does have a surprisingly strong effect on people.
Then, crying and swinging his arms like a crazy, he attacked the two robbers. All by himself, he came to save me, a total stranger all by himself. He was so scared that he was crying and shaking, but he still risked his life for me.
Wow, that's a great story.
Yes, he may not look it, but in a tough situation, there's no one better. That's why I fell in love with him like I did.
That's so romantic. I'd fall in love too, I guess.
I hope you'll do the same for me if I ever get taken hostage.
With Maya, that possibility always seems to loom in the not-so-distant future. I mean, I already did it once. I have to do it twice?
Yes.
So I guess this is where it all went down, huh?
The walls in here look thick, like you'd expect in a CEO's office.
What has that got to do with anything?
Hey, it's you guys!
Oh, it's Detective Gumshoe.
Today was a real train wreck for you guys, huh?
Sure was, pal. That prosecutor made real fools out of us.
Yeah, I feel for you.
Wow, that's not like you at all. I thought you'd be more like... Oh, that was great. You guys got what you deserved, pal. Ho, 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 ho. Or something to that effect.
Do I really sound like that to you, pal?
Yep.
If the gumshoe fits.
Well, anyway. The point is I could tell when someone puts their heart into their jobs. And I could sympathize when things don't go your way. Sometimes, I feel like wrong is the only way things go for us detectives.
Wow, I had no idea Detective Gumshoe was such a nice guy.
Now, if this little love fest is over, maybe we can start investigating?
Detective Gumshoe, tell us what you know about the murder.
Okay. But the thing is, I'm really not supposed to.
Hey, come on. How about we put our hearts into our work? Things really are working against us right now, and we need help.
Okay, I'll tell you. Just don't start crying on me, okay, pal?
Okay, I won't cry in front of you, pal.
The victim's name is Kane Bullard. He was the CEO of KB Security and a pretty big guy in his own right. His corpse was discovered at 9 o'clock this morning. His estimated time of death was 1 o'clock in the morning on October 12th. Cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head, probably an object in this room. It happened at exactly the same time that Mask to Mask was stealing the urn, huh?
So why did it take almost an entire day to discover the body?
There's a good explanation for that one. Bullard's body was stashed away inside that safe.
Safe? Well, it is pretty big.
Nobody had heard from him, and when they opened the safe this morning, out he came.
Oh, so the body fell out. That white string must be the shape from when he fell out.
I think we still need some more information about Mr. Bullard.
Maybe you could start by getting the man's name right.
So, what happened to Mask to Mask?
He's at the detention center screaming like a madman. Investigate me again, he keeps yelling.
No. I didn't mean him. He's not the real thief anyway, right?
Oh, you mean that detective at me? Oh, that was great. That guy got what he deserved.
What are you, Santa now?
Now there's a detective I know and love.
I've been known to play Santa at the Christmas party. Maybe,
Yeah, with a couple of fucking drinks in them.
You know, maybe Matt. What am I, Bad Santa? What am I, Billy Bob Thornton?
Yes, you are, motherfucker.
It's like, no shit.
That's not real.
Nope.
We found out why Desiree married Ron. We also found out that the victim was hiding inside that safe while he was dead, and when they opened it up, his body just fell out.
Oh, nice.
Think about it. Atme was always around when a calling card showed up, but he always mysteriously disappeared when the heist took place. I was hiding at the crime scene. Heh, yeah, right. That's the worst thing I've ever heard. That's how you just knew he was the thief.
That would explain how he was able to retrieve the stolen item he keeps bragging about.
Yeah, he just did that to make himself look like a great detective, that's all.
But there's this one thing I can't figure out about his first heist. His first heist?
Yeah, the Tear of Emanon case. There was a witness on that one.
A witness?
Here, I saved the newspaper clipping. Since the thief is already under arrest, you guys can keep it.
Hey, this guard here. Haven't I seen him somewhere before?
It's
It's-
Doug.
It's pretty small, so it's kind of hard to see, but now that she mentions it...
Okay, that would actually be really cool if it was.
That prosecutor. I really don't like that guy. The way he used our own evidence to do that to Mr. Delight?
Yeah, I think he did that way just because he knew it'd hurt more. That's what my gut tells me anyway.
So who is that Java-addicted masked maniac anyway?
Prosecutor Godo? He's quite the enigma, huh? The thing is, pal, I never even heard of the guy before. He just showed up one day at the prosecutor's office. Came out of nowhere.
That's right, he said this was his first case as a prosecutor.
And it's true, according to the records anyway. But no way he's an amateur. He's an Iceman in court. A maverick that gave me goosebumps.
Goosebumps? You?
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, I knew something was off about him, so I asked around. Nobody would talk to me. They all just turned the other way.
You're Detective Gumshoe. I had no idea you were so unpopular.
No, that's not what I meant.
That Godo guy acts like he knows me and has a grudge against me. I get the feeling he's hiding some kind of dark secret.
Detective Gumshoe, tell us more about Mr. Shane Bluebard.
Oh, that's Kane Bullard, not Shane Bluebard, pal.
Oh, yeah, the victim in this case just doesn't make much of an impression on me.
Well, you were the victim up until Mr. Bullard was found dead.
Yeah, and his body wasn't discovered until this morning.
Anyway, we don't have enough information yet. Can you help us out?
Sorry, I'm actually a little confused myself. For some reason, I'm just blabbing like a fool right now.
Hey, Nick. This is a chance to get more info about the victim, so hurry up and ask.
Can you tell us some more about Mr. Bullard?
He was the CEO of KB Security, right? What kind of company is it anyway?
Well, the company basically sends security teams out to buildings to guard them. Mr. Bullard must have had the chance to learn a lot of secrets doing this kind of work.
Oh, and?
And I don't know how to put this, but the guy was kind of a money grubber.
Really? Me too. I just love money. You can't ever get enough. Oh god, now I sound like Mr. Krabs.
Money. I love money.
Please stop leaning in towards me like that. You aren't getting to my wallet.
Damn.
Anyway, it looks like he did some pretty shifty stuff to earn his millions.
Oh, so that's my problem. I need to be shiftier.
Let me go already.
Apparently, he was involved in selling trade secrets between rival companies.
Oh, that's pretty dirty and underhanded.
Yeah. Oh, KB Security used to head security operations against Mask to Mask.
What? Really?
Yeah, and after screwing up so many times, the company's reputation really took a nosedive.
So it really was Bullard who sent Ron the blackmail letter, huh? Check out this big, thick binder here.
Leave the heavy lifting to me, Nick.
Reading a file isn't exactly back-breaking work, just a little hard on the eyes. Ah!
What did you find out, Nick?
This file. It's not about any sort of security operations or anything. This huge file is all about Master Mask. It's filled with info on him.
What? What kind of info?
It's filled with incredibly detailed information about his methods in the crime scenes.
Hey, Nick, look at the last page.
It's a list. Let's see. Tier of Eminon, $100,000. This looks like a list of all the treasures that Master Mask stole.
So then $100,000 is the value of the stolen item?
I don't know. That number sounds kind of low to me. I think I'd better secretly make a copy of this list.
Oh, there's a button here. Let's see.
Hey, cut it out! Don't press that!
That was pretty funny. I didn't knew Detective Gumshoe could jump like that.
What is that button anyway? It's an emergency buzzer. It says it right there on the panel.
Oops, you're right. It's written right there. Nick, how many times have I told you to read the instructions first?
This alarm's connected to the basement guard room. It's used to summon security up here. Really? Then it's possible on the night of the crime.
Oh, so when the CEO was attacked, do you think that maybe he pressed the buzzer?
Two-Tone Dearly was laughing at that alarm being pressed. Yeah, I thought about that, so I asked around down there. But they said that the buzzer never went off that night. Also, we couldn't find any fingerprints on the buzzer. Mr. Bullard, the victim, wasn't wearing any gloves, by the way, just so you know. I think we'd better go and talk to that guard about this emergency buzzer. About this blackmail letter. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about it too, pal. Why would Kane Bullitt have been blackmailing Ron Delight anyway? Well, Mr. Delight used to work at KB Security, right? But what was it that made him quit?
Nick, that's it! Maybe that's the same reason he's being blackmailed.
Well, I'm in the middle of investigating that right now.
Oh, alright.
Wow, this is really something else.
For a security guard office, it sure doesn't feel very secure.
KB security guard. Uh-oh, I just remembered. Larry might be... Hey, Nick, what's up?
It's so scary. It's the idiot from the Black Lagoon.
The idiot from the Black Lagoon, nice.
So he is here. Yo, how's it hanging, dude? And you got my sweet little Maya with you, too.
Hi, Larry.
Here I was working my fingers to the bone. And in walks an angel! I got no problems with a daytime date, it's all good. No, that's not what we're here for. We're investigating the Bullard murder case. Huh? Oh yeah, that's right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? He's so hopelessly clueless. Well, if it's about the murder case, boy, have I got some good info for you.
That's right, Sylph. She's a minor.
No,
Really? What is it?
she's 19.
Nah. I
Really?
thought she was
What is it?
17.
No, she was 17 in the first game. Well, I don't mind sharing with my sweet little Maya. But Nick here is a different story.
But Larry, I thought you two were old school buddies.
That was then and this is now.
Before he called him an idiot to his face.
So what's this good info you were talking about, Larry? Hey, I'm a guard, a pro. I can't just give away information for free. He wants a bribe? I thought professionals were more, I don't know, honest? Can you talk to him, Maya?
Larry, tell us already, what's the good info?
Hey, I like that. This kitten has got some claws. Okay, you really want to know?
Yes, so tell me.
Okay, so the thing is, Ron Delight was an employee here. And naturally, since I'm a pro, I looked into his background. Follow me?
Yes, you're a pro, I follow you. Go on.
Well, 1 year ago, Ron Delight was fired. And there was no warning at all. It just happened all of a sudden. I know this is a small company, but I think that was pretty awful.
I guess he must have done something bad to have gotten fired like that.
Like maybe skipping out of work to go pick up hot chicks or something. No, that's just you. So what is it like to be a part-time security guard? Let me tell you, it's tough. Well, you know me. I get by all right, I guess. First, I have to keep my eye on those monitors all the time.
Monitors?
There are security cameras set in each room around the building. It's really hard. Sometimes I feel like my eyes are gonna fall out.
Oh,
And if I see something suspicious, I have to go to contact one of the teams.
what team?
The security teams for this company. They're supposedly the best in the business. But I'm no amateur either, so if it's something small, I don't bother calling them. So in other words, you basically watch TV screens all day long. You were in this office when the murder took place, weren't you? Why do you say that? This is just a part-time job for me, and I can't operate the equipment, and I'm dumb. Even if it is part-time and you are dumb, you're still in charge of security here. Hey, give me a break! Don't try to pin the whole thing on me! That's not fair, Nick! Huh?
I don't think you can expect someone like him to take any responsibility.
Anyway, the point is you were here that night, right? I didn't do it!
He's lying.
Oh no, I knew something smelled bad and it was the butts after all. Well, it's like I always say, that was then and this is now, okay? It looks like I'm gonna have to break his psyche locks after all. On the night of the crime, were you working hard like you were supposed to? What? Huh? Of course I was. Why wouldn't I have been? But didn't you sneak out of work just yesterday to go see Miss Delight? But that was that, and this is this. Is there any chance that you snuck out of work last night too? Never. I didn't sneak out. I tell you what, I'll even bet you $1. $1? Wow, now that's confidence. What's with that drenched in the rain puppy look on your face? Do you have any evidence that I left my position, or are you just pulling my chain? The evidence that Larry was not manning his station when the murder happened is... This wallet. You know about this, right? I've never seen it before. Liar. You hand-delivered this wallet to Miss Delight just yesterday. Give me a break. You can't expect me to remember every little thing that happens. Well, I do expect you to remember something that happened just yesterday. What time was it when you found this wallet? I guess it was around 1 o'clock in the morning on the first floor of our company building. 1 o'clock in the morning? That's right. In other words, Larry, at the time of the murder, you were away from the security guard office. Yeah, but there's something you didn't think about. What's that? My shift that day didn't start until 10 o'clock p.m. The murderer might have snuck in before then. What do you mean by that? If the murderer had snuck in before 10 p.m., then it wasn't my fault. It was the fault of the guy whose shift was before mine. Why do I have the feeling that he still doesn't get the seriousness of this? Listen up, Larry. We know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the killer snuck into the CEO's office after 10 p.m. during your shift. Larry, when you use this key card, does it leave a record? Yeah, it does. But I can't show the record to just anyone, you know? That key card data was already made public in the trial today. What? I didn't know that. Any kind of request for info like that is supposed to go through me. Boy, does that sound a bit arrogant coming from a part-time guard. Anyway, according to the data, the door to the CEO's office was open with this card. Furthermore, it was most definitely used at 1 a.m., the time of the murder. No way! Yes, someone used this to get into the CEO's office. That happened at 1 a.m. on the night of the crime, right in the middle of your shift. Ooh. Larry, you can't duck your responsibility this time. Ah, no! Ooh, I knew it. It's all my fault. It's my fault that the boss was killed. My fault. Hi, Maggie.
Maggie!
Larry.
There was nothing I could do. I have important issues to deal with too, man. What happened that night anyway? My Donna happened.
What? Your Donna?
I got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, my Donna called and said, I have to talk to you right away. So I went to see her and he was standing right there next to her.
Who was?
Her new boyfriend. It was like some horrible joke. Before I knew what was going on, the guy socked me right in the kisser. Normally, I'm the one that does the punching. Isn't that right, Maya?
Yeah.
So is that why you left the security guard office? Well, I'm sorry. It's all my fault. How can I ever make up for it, Nick? What can I do? What?
You're so fired.
We curled up on the floor crying like a baby.
Oh boy. Nick! Is there anything I could do? Anything. Just name it. I'll do whatever I have to do to make up for it. I swear I will. Larry.
Oh, Nick. He's offering. Why don't you show him the evidence we've got?
She's right. Maybe we'll get at least one bit of useful information from him. Nick!
The buzzer in the CEO's office is directly connected to this room, right?
That's right. Just like my heart is connected to yours, Maya.
Huh?
Go ahead, Maya. Press the buzzer in your heart. I promise I'll come running to your rescue like the professional guard I am.
You're an idiot.
Wow. That was pretty good.
Thanks. I try. Do you think you could tell us about the buzzer now?
Yes, please. Please tell us.
Okay, I guess so. Prepare to be wowed.
I accidentally pressed the buzzer earlier.
Yeah, I heard it. So that was you, huh? You're a security guard, aren't you? Why didn't you come to the CEO's office? Well, this is the 3rd floor of the basement. The CEO's office is on the 1st floor. I thought it would be a good idea to, adopt a wait-and-see approach. Plus, there's a police detective here, right? I just didn't think it was necessary. It's as if he's trying to win an award for the laziest person on the planet.
Get back to talking about the night of the murder, okay? Is it true that the buzzer didn't go off that night?
There must be a record, right? You must have had a look at it, right? Of course I did, and I couldn't possibly have made a mistake either.
Do you think you could take just one more look for me, pretty please?
Oh, okay. I just can't say no to you, Maya.
Sip.
What do you
Sam!
think, Nick?
He's probably right. I don't think even Larry can make a mistake like that. Wah!
What is it? What's wrong?
I made a mistake.
Huh? But how?
It can't be. It's impossible. Okay, enough already. What about the records? That night, it went off just once, in the morning, at around 1 a.m.
1 a.m.? That's when the murder happened.
Really? Are you serious? That's terrible. It can't be. Something is written on this poster in fine print.
The 5 commandments. Wow, that sounds serious. Let's see what it says. 1. Obey thy superior. 2. Respect thy superior. 3. Smile at thy superior. 4. Salute thy superior. What the fuck? 5. Buy donuts for thy superior upon command. It's signed Wendy Oldbag, head supervisor.
God damn it!
She's one tough old bird, let me tell you. Cross her and you come face to face with her real genuine ray gun. Yeah, sounds scary, alright. Well, fortunately, she's on vacation. That's why I'm so relaxed right now.
You were spared.
Yeah.
But dude, Circus was genuinely pissed, bro.
Oh, I'm gonna kick Joe's ass.
Revenge. Two-Tone dearly laughs at this moment.
The Treasures of Korean exhibition is all ruined now.
Maya.
I'm sorry. It's just so sad. This was our big chance for everyone to learn about spirit channeling.
Maybe I could cheer her up somehow. Well, now that we've got the sacred urn back, maybe they can reopen it?
Really?
Sure. Maybe we can label it the Urn of Mask Damask's Desires. That would probably attract a lot of attention.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa! That's brilliant, Nick. We could clean up and be filthy rich.
Wow, that was surprisingly easy.
Yeah, one problem. Hurley has it.
Yeah.
Well, when they open the re-exhibition again, then they'll just be like, I'm gonna be rich, rich, rich!
Oh, it's you, Mr. Wright.
Miss Andrews, what's she still hanging around down here for?
So, how's it going? What about the sacred urn?
The urn? Oh, that. It's been taken care of already.
What do you mean, oh, that? Taken care of? Do you mean it's been found? Yes! It was brought in during the trial today. Wow, really? You really are the greatest, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright had nothing to do with it. It was Mask the Mask's wife that found it. Wow, anyway, I'm so relieved.
Maggie says, go Zam, I need some context. Well, what do you... Well, ask questions, Maggie, and we'll try to answer for them as much as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just heard all about it on the news. So, that detective was actually the thief all along.
It looks that way right now.
It's all my fault. I'm the one who ended up hiring the mask to guard the treasures.
Don't blame yourself. You were just doing your job.
Hey, Nick, if she wants to apologize, you should let her. So, when was it that you hired Detective Atme again? About 20 days ago.
And when was it that Master Mask's calling card arrived?
That was about 10 days ago.
So he sent a calling card to the very place he was hired to guard.
I guess that's it then. Detective Atme must have really wanted the sacred urn after all.
I guess so.
What? So Mask the Mask murdered someone as well?
Well, that's how things look right now.
Yes, but I thought that he was here stealing the urn at the time.
Well, we're talking about a criminal mastermind, so anything is possible.
Nick, let's get down to business already. On the night of the theft, did you notice anything suspicious about Detective Atme? No, I couldn't have. After all, he was hidden the entire time. I never even got a glimpse of him.
He claims that's the way he always operates.
That's just what he says so he can have an alibi while he commits the thefts himself.
Yeah, he was caught in the crime scene photo dressed up as Mask to Mask pretty well.
I'm so glad that you got your sacred urn back.
Yes, but there's still something that bothers me about it.
What is it?
I'm not exactly sure, but somehow the urn that came back seems different.
Really? You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Miss Andrews? No, I don't know anything. Why would I?
I didn't do it! Psyche locks.
Fuck, here we go again. What do you think this means, Nick?
It means the person that holds the secret to the mystery of the sacred urn is our very own Miss Andrews. Hi, everybody. It's me, Doug.
Hi, Doug. Nice to see you again. I hope your day's going well.
Well, I had my second helping of hash browns for lunch. So that's the only thing we eat around here.
Well, I brought you a donut as a treat.
On National Donut Day? Thank you.
No problem, my favorite security guard.
Ah! Mr. Wright!
Mr. Delight, did they finish their interrogation?
Yes, but please don't leave me alone anymore! Mr. Delight, you lied to us before, didn't you? Well, you see... On the same night the sacred urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor department store, a blackmail letter you got summoned you to KB Security to hand over some money. And then that's where the CEO, Kane Bullard, was murdered. But there's only one Ron Delight, am I right? So the only question is, where were you that night? This time I want to hear the whole truth. Your life depends on it. Okay. Mr. Delight, do you still insist that you are Mask to Mask? Isn't that what I've been saying since yesterday?
That was a quick response.
Tell me about it. To be honest, it's starting to get irritating.
But listen, Mr. Delight. At the trial today, we learned the true identity of the thief, didn't we?
Hello again, it's me. I'm not gonna laugh again, because I've already done it once before. Okay, Daffy Duck.
Well, I did it for you, so there you go.
I guess it's true. I wasn't the one who stole that urn.
Not. After all, you were at KB Security at the time.
So then the person dressed up as Mask to Mask in this photo...
It's gotta be Detective Atme.
Yes.
So that night, you didn't go to Lordly Taylor, you went to KB Security, right? Yes, I went to KP Security at the time the blackmail note said I should.
All right, what happened next?
Well, I used to work there, so I knew where the CEO's office was. I knocked, but there was no answer. So then I used the key card to unlock the door.
That's probably when he dropped his wallet.
When I went into the CEO's office, someone was in
Any
there.
of my roles coming up soon?
No,
All right, I'll be
Some-
right back. I gotta go to the loo.
someone.
Huh?
Then suddenly they bashed me over the head. Bam!
Was it Kane Bullard that hit you?
I don't know. The person ran away while I was still stunned. When I came to my senses, the sight I saw left me speechless. The dead body of the CEO was right there in front of me. I thought I'd die myself. Anyway, I thought I should do something with the body.
So that's why you put it in the safe?
Yes, that's right.
So he tampered with evidence.
I used to be one of the chiefs of the security teams, so I knew how to open it.
Okay. And what did you do after that?
Well, I got out of there for starters. I was the one who set up the security cameras in that building. So I knew how to avoid being spotted by them.
Nick? All of a sudden, Mr. Delight sounds like the murderer to me.
Please don't say that.
Mr. Delight, is it true that 1 year ago you were forced to quit KB Security?
How did you... I'm begging you, please don't tell Desi, please!
Don't worry, we haven't told anyone yet.
Whew, thank goodness. No, I am... But I suppose I'll have to tell her sometime. She will find out eventually.
Why have you been hiding it from her anyway?
Desi would despise me if she ever found out I was living a life of crime. A criminal, a thief. She'd never forgive me. My marriage would be over.
Knowing that, why did you become a thief in the first place?
Because Desi spends money like it's water. There's no job in the world that could bring in enough money. Except being a thief. At least that's what I thought anyway.
So he became mask to mask for Desiree, huh?
Damn.
Hey, this is an article about my debut heist. Boy, that was a tough one. Before I knew it, they were hot on my trail.
Mask to mask. He must have gotten away, right? It says in the article that he disappeared.
That's right. I got a sudden burst of inspiration. I hid my mask to mask costume in a nearby plastic bucket. Then I quickly changed into my security guard uniform. Pretty clever, eh?
Wow. Awesome. Hey, hold the phone. The guard in this photo. Is this you, Mr. Delight?
Hehe, that's right. Nice trick if I do say so myself.
Nice and easy to figure out. Even pearls can see through that in a heartbeat.
But as you might expect, Detective Atme found the disguise. He truly deserves the title of Ace Detective.
Detective Atme found the mask-to-mask disguise? That's interesting.
Yes, and I heard that he brought it home with him.
So that's it. That's when Atme got his hands on this.
Thanks to that, I got the chance to remake my costume.
Really time consuming, huh?
Yes, it took quite a while to complete. Anyway, a few days after that, I received the first of the blackmail letters.
Blackmail letters?
You got them starting when? Tell me more, now.
Hey, calm down. Don't get so worked up.
Hi, it's back.
This blackmail letter. Is this the first one you got?
No, of course not. But this is the first one that ever called me out to a specific location.
So, did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident?
Yes, Just a few days after the Tear of Emanon heist. That first letter, it said, I know you did it.
So someone found out about your true identity just like that?
It's not easy being a master thief, you know. I got proof that it was you, so give up, it went on to say. So in the end, I had to give up the treasure I went through all that trouble to steal. Is that right? Hey, hang on a second. What do you mean you had to give it up? Oh, don't worry. After I put the jewel in the safe deposit box the letter specified, someone sent me $10,000. No one said anything about me being worried, you know. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail.
Plans? What are those plans you're talking about?
They were instructions on how to steal a crown or a painting or some other rare treasure. They showed security blind spots, escape routes, and even suggested training methods.
Oh, you mean that the one who planned the heist wasn't you?
No, it wasn't. I only planned the very first one. After that, I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans.
Sounds like Mr. Delight was thankful to the person that was blackmailing him.
So Ron Delight was Master Mask after all? But someone else is behind the thefts. Someone who planned them all out in detail. All I had to do was deposit the treasures I stole into the safe deposit box. Then I just waited for the cash to come in the mail. Could you try not to look so gleeful about it?
So you went after the sacred urn because of one of those plans too?
Well, see, truth is, I've never seen the urn. All I did was follow the instructions and steal what I was told to steal. Mr. Delight, is everything you've just told me the truth? Yes, but please don't tell Desi, okay? Ron,
I
before
already
we...
heard your confession, you idiot. We're so over.
Ron, before we go, there's one more thing I want to ask you. Yes, but please don't hurt me. Mr. Kane Bullard, do you swear that it wasn't you who killed him? Yes, of course! I could never... I'm not lying! All I did was hide his body in the safe. But then I was afraid they'd discover what I did, so I turned myself in yesterday.
Why?
Well, if the judge had ruled that I was guilty of robbery, then I'd have an alibi, right?
I guess so. You're really clever, Mr. Delight.
I guess I have no choice but to take Mr. Delight at his word. Mr. Kamaya!
Oh, but hey, Hurley!
I could... Okay.
Yay, I'm back.
Hey, Pearls. So what have you been up to this whole time?
The sacred urn, Mr. Nick. I took it back to Curry Village to have it examined.
And? What did you find out?
Well, there's no need to worry. They said it's the real urn.
Phew. That's a relief. I was really worried.
But there's one small problem.
Problem?
These cute little splotches, pink splotches, they said that it's paint and that they were put on the urn recently.
Why are we talking about the pink splotches again? What's the big deal?
Big deal? We've got to find out how they got there. That's the big deal.
Yes, Mr. Nick. We gotta find out how they got there.
Okay. We'll go find out how they got there. Please don't forget about me.
What's your name again?
Oh.
Wow, mean.
I know.
Oh, Earl, how nice to see you.
Hello?
Hello there, as Nigel Thornberry would say.
I haven't seen you around lately. What have you been up to?
Well, actually, I was having this urn examined.
Oh, I see.
Maybe if we take another good look at this urn, we can figure out the mystery of what actually happened here.
Nick, let's look around one more time.
This box. There's something about it that's bothering me.
The box the sacred urn was in.
It looks like there's pink paint on it, too.
There's definitely the same color as the stuff on the urn.
I think I know how the paint got on it now.
Alright, let's investigate again, Nick.
It looks to me like it's been dry for several days.
There's something suspicious about this paint mark. The bottom left part of it is shaped oddly, and it's shocking pink.
Mr. Nick, could it be that this odd shape is...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it.
That's the box the sacred urn was in.
If you look here, there's a little bit of paint on the box as well.
Wow, you're right. Look, it matches.
What is it, Mr. Nick?
This is all turning out exactly as I thought it would. I think it's all starting to become clear. We're that much closer to solving the mystery of what happened to the urn. Miss Andrews, do you know anything about the sacred urn?
Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit.
The urn that was submitted before the court today. It's obviously not the same urn as before.
Well, that's true. Maybe it isn't the same. It could be a fake.
A fake?
You're the one who said it wasn't the same. So that's the most obvious explanation. Do you have any evidence that the urn was submitted at the trial was genuine?
Sorry to break it to you, but the urn is the genuine article. Pearls went back to Karain Village and had it examined.
Is that right? That's nice. But I don't see how...
What she discovered was that the urn had been broken. Again.
Did you say that again?
Yes, it was broken once a year ago. And now it looks like the same thing has happened. And quite recently, too.
Recently? Are you saying that the urn was broken recently?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Why do you think it was broken recently? How do you know?
This poster, it was made recently, right?
Poster? Ah, the poster for the exhibit.
At the time when this photo was taken, the urn said I am on it. But now, for some mysterious reason, it says Ami. When the urn was fixed, the letters were transposed.
I am? What does that even mean? I don't know anything about that. I wasn't even there when the photo for this poster was taken.
That was a mistake. Now, tell the truth.
Wait!
For?
Even if the urn was broken, I had nothing to do with it.
Huh?
Yes, that's it. It must have been one of the people at the photo shoot. They probably dropped it. I'm sure that's what happened.
It looks like she's not going to give up that last psyche lock so easily.
Do you have any proof that the urn was broken here at Lordly Taylor?
Well, Miss Andrews,
What is this supposed to mean?
There is pink paint all over this urn.
Uh,
And there is pink paint all over the floor and walls of this basement warehouse. In other words, this urn was broken here. You can't weasel out of this one, Miss Andrews.
but,
Uh-oh. She's trying to make her escape.
but, you can get pink paint anywhere.
Well, there's none in my office, that's for sure.
Well, there is in my room.
Liar.
Anyway, the paint on the urn and the paint on the floor. There's no proof that it's the same paint.
Come on, this is getting ridiculous. The proof linking the paint on the urn to the paint on the floor is... this box. The urn was stored in this, right?
Yes, that's right.
Well, there's pink paint on this box as well. I think you already know where I'm going with this, don't you?
Yes, more or less.
The paint on the floor has an odd shape and print in it, doesn't it?
Yes.
If you put this box into the impression in the paint, you could see it fits perfectly. Which means this box was dropped right over there. And that is when the urn was broken.
It was just right. So sorry. I was the one who broke the urn.
Boy, does this make me feel like some sort of evil school teacher.
I'm a terrible person. Not only did I break it, but I tried to hide what I did. Well, that's... hang on. That's not so hard to understand. Is it, Pearly?
Oh, not at all. I know just how she feels.
Happened about 2 weeks ago. Just after the poster photo was taken on the same day the urn arrived here. I thought I'd put it away down here for safekeeping. I was carrying it in the box. When I tripped on a paint can and lost my balance, the box I was carrying crashed to the ground. I heard a terrible noise and thought my heart was going to stop. Fearing the worst, I opened the lid to the box and that's when it happened. The broken pieces of the urn fell out of the box and landed right in the paint. I was in shock and let out a huge scream. I totally see how that could have happened.
Yeah, as clumsy as she is, I'm sure Maya understands.
Well, I knew it was the most important treasure in all of Korean Village. So I tried as hard as I could to fix it. Fortunately, the shards were pretty big. And that's when the I am got changed to Ami. I didn't know how it was written originally. But any sane person fixing it would have assumed it said Ami.
Really?
Oh, Pearls. She said she wasn't very good at spelling.
Anyway, I put the urn in the storeroom, and no one had seen it since then. But there's something I don't get. When we first came down here, I didn't see any paint stains. Well, that's because it was so ugly and embarrassing. I used the golden statue to cover it.
The Ami face statue. Aha! The first time that we came down here, It was on the night that the sacred urn was stolen.
There were no paint marks on the walls or floor of the warehouse when we were here.
Well, that's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. And I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it. I see. Now it makes perfect sense.
But there's still one thing I find strange.
What is it, Pearl?
The day after the urn was stolen, we came here again. At that time, the statue had been moved and the paint was clearly visible.
She's right about that. Well, Miss Andrews?
Huh? What? I don't know anything about that. I placed it there to cover the paint. So why would I move it again? Well then, who was it? Who would have done that and why?
On the day before the theft, the statue was definitely closer to the door. Then the next day it was moved. But why? It looks like there's some connection between the sacred urn and the murder case.
Why? Why do you think so, Nick?
Because that night, the real thief Ron DeLight was at KB Security. So then why did another masked mask show up here? A lot of different things are pointing to one undeniable fact.
One undeniable fact.
The murder trial is starting tomorrow, but it looks like that thief is going to be making another appearance.
To be continued.
Huh.
I don't care, just get her number, I'm too scared. Look, if we're gonna get Desiree to play strip poker with us, I mean, you would think, I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Sorry, boys. I'm a professional strip poker player. You be screwed.
Hey, Nick.
What is it this time?
You won't believe how many people are here for the trial.
Well, it is a murder case.
What are you talking about? They're here for the trial next door.
Next door?
Why don't you know this, Nick? They're having Detective Atme's trial today.
Detective Atme?
They said they're going to try him as Masked the Mask.
Already? That was fast.
Boy, I'd love to see Masked the Mask's trial.
I know. By the way, where's Pearls?
Oh, she went back home. She said she can't neglect her training anymore.
I know you don't like me. Pearls has really gotten into her training lately, huh?
Yeah, ever since that incident last year.
Please, don't ignore me!
Oh, Mr. Delight, good morning.
No one likes me. No one would notice me even if I killed someone.
Come on, don't be silly. Wait a sec.
You don't mean you're the murderer? No, I'm just a poor thief. No, wait, that's not right. A thief can't really be poor. Now let's
He's just
see.
a poor boy from a poor family sparing his life from this monstrosity.
According to Mr. Delight, from his second crime on, he was following a bunch of set plans. that someone had been sending to him to help him commit the heists.
Do you really think there's a connection between the thief and the murderer, Nick?
It's possible, but today's trial is a race against the clock.
Huh? How come? Let's just take our time like always.
I'm afraid that's not an option.
Huh?
Court now is in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
You're ready? Preparation is the last refuge of the weak.
Not you again.
Okay. Hey, settle down, everyone. Let's begin with your opening statement, Mr. Godot.
Ugh, he's got the judge in the palm of his hand. Yet again.
Ron Delight is simply too young to be sent to war. That's all.
I'm afraid I have no idea what that means, Mr. Godot.
Huh. Then you need to... Then you need to get out more, Your Honor. Life is war, but that is exactly why you must be more precise in your wording. That's all my statement means. You understand now, right?
Yes, well then, let me briefly summarize the details of this case.
Wow, the judge is taking charge like he knows what's going on for a change.
Well, Mr. Wright, I'm not high on mushrooms today, so yeah, I am. The victim, Kane Buller, CEO of KB Security. His body was found in a safe at approximately 9 a.m. on the morning of the 13th. However, the time of death was estimated as 1 a.m. of the previous day.
And that's when our little lost kitten dropped the ball. That little lost kitten is, of course, the defendant.
Very well, Mr. Godot. Please call your first witness.
I never drink more than 17 cups of coffee during any given trial.
What?
But the first one is always the best.
Ah, damn.
Mr. Godot, your witness. And put that cup of coffee down.
Okay then, let's hear what the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, has to say for himself.
The defendant, well, Mr. Wright, does the defense have any objections? It may be a bit of a disadvantage having the defendant testify, but...
I remember when Mia was defending me. She allowed me to testify so she could do the cross-examination. She put a lot of trust in me back then.
Yeah, back when you were a sip for D.
I was a changed man. We have no objections, Your Honor. The defense will allow Mr. Delight to testify.
Huh. You've got guts, Wright.
Oof.
Alright then, Mr. Ron Delight, please take the stand. And no screaming like a girl. My ears hurt enough.
You did it, didn't you?
Yes. What? No, 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 no. That's not true.
For a moment there, I thought we set the record for the shortest trial ever.
Well, Mr. Delight already looks plenty guilty with that face he's making.
And once he opens his big mouth, he'll probably put the last nail in his own coffin.
Ha. Very well. Now then, can you tell me something? If you didn't kill Bullard, why did you go to KB Security?
Well, That's kind of hard to say. Boy, I wish I could go home.
Now then, let's hear some testimony about what happened.
That evening, around 1 a.m., I went to see Mr. Bullard in his office at KB Security. The blackmail letter I got, it ordered me to go there. I'd been working for KB Security until a year ago, so I knew where his office was.
I am 1 a.m. The exact time the murder took place.
The weak get washed away by the tides of fate. The strong drink it up.
Enough with the coffee puns.
Huh. It's bitter today, too. Just like my destiny.
Ugh.
You'd never know from the way he's chugging it down.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please.
Hold it! 1 a.m., huh? You're absolutely sure about that? Yes, that's what my watch said when I was entering the CEO's office. No. Actually, I'm not really sure. My watch was slow, and my internal clock was also a bit...
1 a.m. That's the exact time the victim, Mr. Buller, was murdered, correct?
It's too late for a coffee date, that's for sure.
Ah, damn these coffee puns.
It ordered you there? It was the first time I'd gotten a blackmail letter that ordered me to go somewhere.
Please, does that mean you got other blackmail letters then?
Oh, of course. They'd say things like, steal this or take that. Why don't you save those for later, Mr. Delight? Please don't say any more. Now, what should I do? So what did the blackmail letter in question say? It said to bring $50,000.
Money, eh? A perfect motive for committing murder.
Oh, but wait! I never intended to pay that money anyway.
Oh, is that right?
After all, he had nothing to hold over my head. I had nothing to be afraid of.
And an important point indeed. Witness, let's have that added to your testimony.
Yes, sir.
Ha.
A muddy mud skipper in outer space has a better chance of surviving than I do. Just what were you being blackmailed about anyway?
The blackmail letter said if you don't want your identity revealed, correct?
I'm sure it was referring to the whole mask-to-mask thing. But I wasn't worried. Mr. Bullard didn't have anything on me.
He didn't.
Anyway, I don't care what anyone says about me. Just as long as Desi believes in me. So that's why...
Don't!
So that's why Miss Delight didn't believe he was mask-to-mask. That's why I knew they were just hollow threats. You used to be a security chief for KB Security, right? Yes, that's right.
A security chief, you?
And yet, a year ago, you were fired without notice. Revenge for an old grudge? A perfect motive for murder, wouldn't you say?
This isn't good. Maybe I should change the subject. Mr. Delight, please tell us why you were fired from your job. Well...
The world is filled with those who have said, I wish I have never asked that.
Okay, then I take it back.
Defendant, please answer the question.
Well, I needed money.
You needed money?
Well, you see, Desi loves to spend it. It's kind of her hobby.
Not exactly the best hobby in the world. Huh, Nick?
My salary wasn't nearly enough, so I stole data from the company. Come again? KB
What?
Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of companies. And since I was a security team chief...
You stole some data and sold it.
Mr. Bullard found out, and I was fired immediately. What? I wish I had never asked that.
Whoa.
I was somehow able to keep it secret and made it seem like I had quit on my own.
What is it, Nick? You don't look so good.
Someone who brings harm to their company is fired as punishment. You do well to remember that.
You sure told you.
You admit that you stole data from your company, is that correct?
Yes, I'm sorry.
This is a very important fact. Please add it to your testimony.
Oh man, this whole thing just took a big turn for the worse, crashed and blew up. It's gonna take the jaws of life to rip this case from the clutches of disaster. Well,
And I'll slap the fuck out of him.
well, anyway, we're gonna have to, it's gonna be a week before we find the jaws of life to help him get out of this, so we're gonna have to call it quits for right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're at,
time limit.
yeah, we're at our time right now, but we'll be back for more Friday Night Phoenix next time around. So everybody make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit that notification bell, and leave a bunch of donuts in the comments section because it's National Donut Day. Or if you like cinnamon buns, and if you like cinnamon buns, then do those too, because he goes, I smell like a cinnamon bun, and stuff. So,
Or
yep.
leave a cat.
That too. So we'll catch you all, well, I'm going to try to see if I can do an 8-hour stream on the weekend, but we'll see.